Okay.
Why men great so they gotta be great? I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm a...
Hi guys, welcome back to the Girls Night Out podcast. Today we're missing one of our fellow podcasters, so we have a special guest, Jenna. Wave. Okay, I'm Clara.
I'm
This is
Peyton.
Peyton.
I'm Carly.
Today we're gonna be talking about COVID-19 and like our experiences with like quarantine and like just COVID and everything in general. So let's start off. Has anybody had COVID before?
Yeah, actually recent. But I think I had it like during like the pandemic too.
Okay.
Like I got tested, and like I remember whenever I got tested, like the swab. Like I remember, like I literally was so scared to get tested.
Really?
'Cause, like the swab, they like literally send it so far up your nostril,
Like your brain, I've heard.
yeah, it's literally so far up there. And I remember I had to go to Herman to get tested. And it was like, I was so scared. But it honestly wasn't even that bad. But like, it did suck.
I've never had COVID. Carly, have you had COVID?
I've not had COVID, but our mom had COVID, and like I got tested, but I did it at home, and I did it myself, but I don't think I put it up my nose far enough.
Yeah. But like, I had it.
Jenna, have you ever had COVID?
I have not.
Really?
Thank goodness.
Has any of like your parents, brother, have they had COVID before?
Like nobody in my house has had COVID, but like I've had a ton of family
Mm-hmm.
that have had COVID, and like I know my dad got tested and everything,
Yeah.
but I mean, I was thankfully in the clear.
So Peyton, what were your symptoms when you had COVID?
It wasn't even like, I didn't even feel sick.
Really?
Like, so like recently,
Mhm.
was a lot different. Like, my first day, I was literally on my deathbed. Like,
Really?
I could not get out of bed. I had like the chills. Like,
Mhm.
I could not get out of bed. Like, my head hurt so bad. But like, I thought it was just like congestion.
Mhm.
And so then whenever I did go, I did not even want to get tested for COVID. But whenever I did, I was positive. And I was kind of
Mm.
surprised, but it was really nice because like I got all that excused.
Yeah.
Like, but after that day, I felt perfectly fine. Like, I literally felt perfectly fine. So, I mean, that just goes to show, like, if I wouldn't have gotten tested, like, I probably just, like, would have came back to school. 'Cause, like, I mean, I felt fine.
Mhm. So what grade were we in when like
Sixth, yeah.
6th grade? Does anybody like have any like stories from their quarantine? Like I know from
I loved it.
quarantine I enjoyed like going to the creek every day, like me and
Yeah.
my sister and mom, like we were all home, we'd go to the creek and swim. Like that was probably like my favorite part of quarantine, and just like I feel like we took it for granted. Like in the moment we're like, wow,
Yeah.
this sucked, but like
Yeah. I
that
agree.
was like such a peak for us. Like
Yeah.
Did
being
you guys do
outs-
the online work that
So,
we were
like,
supposed to do?
at first, my mom, like the first week, she was like, all right, like, let's get to doing our schoolwork. And then, like, after that, it was no. It was,
Our dad made us, and he made us read 20 minutes a day.
are you serious?
Too close
Actually-
to your mic.
I would simply be so upset.
Yeah, there you go. You're loud. Okay, Jenna, how was your COVID experience in quarantine? What'd you do?
Honestly, I don't really know what I did. I know I went to the lake a lot with my dad,
That's fun.
but I mean, I didn't really do schoolwork. I was kind of like Peyton. Like the first week, there was like, okay, let's do
Yeah.
some work. But then after that, school had sent out a message saying that like anything you do is not like affecting
Mhm.
your grade.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
So like,
Our-
I kind of wish like maybe that happened during our junior year, because like
Yeah.
now
I
I'm thinking
agree.
about like all my schoolwork and how hard it is. Like
yeah.
if it wasn't gonna affect your grade, like wow.
Yeah, but think
I
about all
know.
the juniors and seniors that missed out on prom and
That's
like stuff
right.
like that.
That is true.
But like our 7th grade year, like the whole volleyball team got quarantined.
I
I
remember
remember
that.
And like I remember like us making that one TikTok where it's like we get turned up and we like
Yes.
use the volleyball. You remember
Yes,
that?
Yes, I do. I remember. Oh, what was I gonna say? Something about quarantine. Crap, I forgot.
My mom at first she was so like anal retentive about freaking COVID.
hmm
Like
Oh, we had to do a Zoom volleyball
Yeah,
practice type
I
thing.
remember that.
Ew.
Like 5 push-ups, a couple
Yeah.
jumping jacks.
That
like,
was so weird.
that was silly, I thought.
yeah.
And like the teachers would do Zoom calls,
Yeah.
and I hated having my camera on.
Okay,
Oh,
I
I never
remember.
turned mine on.
I think I only ever joined one of those Zoom calls,
Yeah, so did I.
and I think it was with Miss Pulley.
Hmm.
I'm not even kidding. And then I was like, I didn't even show my face. Like,
Yeah,
It
I
was so
kept came up.
weird.
It was just very awkward.
I agree.
I remember one time it was a scavenger hunt, Do you guys remember that?
Yes, I do.
I didn't join it, but Miss Pooley would post on Facebook who joined them and who didn't. And my mom was like, "Why didn't you join?" And I was like, "It was a scavenger hunt."
I know. I
didn't
remember
do
they
that.
used to like send emails. Like I'd get emails from some of the teachers, and it was like they would just be like, "Oh, we missed you on the Zoom call," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
It
Sorry.
was a waste of time.
Yeah, literally. But my mom, like in the beginning of COVID, she was so weird about it. Like I remember, like it was so fun. Honestly, like we
Mhm.
would
Yeah.
all go like on side by side rides. Like
yeah.
it was seriously so much fun. But like there was a big side by side ride, and this was like very beginning of COVID. So
Mhm.
like everyone was like social distancing. Well,
Mhm.
like Rachel, she came over like 'cause her family was on the side by side ride, and my mom was like, "No going inside, no going inside the house. Stay 6 feet apart." And like me and Rachel were playing volleyball, and she was like, "You better put on gloves. Like you better get gloves
No.
on if you're like." It was seriously so funny.
Wow.
And like I ended up like bringing Rachel inside. I was like, "This is so stupid. Like
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
is legitimately so stupid."
Yeah, I remember like in the beginning, like when the teachers were talking about it, and like you'd hear your parents talk about it, and just
Yeah.
like the groceries going out of stock, and just
Uh-huh.
like
Toilet paper?
everything. Like
Yeah.
I was scared. I remember, I don't remember the teacher's name, but she's not here anymore. But she was like, it was kind of sad because like you didn't really know what happened, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't know like the extent of like would I see my classmates again, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like at first, yeah, it was definitely scary, but
I just didn't understand.
Yeah,
like
I didn't
I
either.
didn't understand how like it came about.
Mhm.
Honestly, like how did this like big virus that like kills people?
I
How
know.
did it get so?
So, what like time of the year? I guess it was like beginning.
Spring.
I think it was spring.
So after, okay.
'Cause remember on April Fool's Day they sent something out and it was like your kids have to make all this up, and it was like on the news, like it was like legit. But then
Yeah.
it was like April Fools. Remember that,
Okay,
Clara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were in 6th grade, 7th grade. We were still getting quarantined. You still hear people get COVID now, like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just
Jason
not
just
as.
had
But
it.
it's just normal. Like I feel
Mhm.
like it's not that
Did you
big a
guys
deal.
get the shot?
I didn't know.
I did not.
We got both of them.
we had to
or-
get both of them. Yeah,
Really?
we
Mm.
did.
Do you guys remember whenever we had to like every time we switched classes we had to
yeah,
wipe
wipe
down?
our. Okay, but we probably should still do that.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, I agree.
I
but
agree.
like wearing masks at school,
That was
hated it.
terrible.
Yes,
I couldn't breathe.
know.
That was so
I
nasty.
hated
Like
it.
I just felt like it was nasty. I had this
Like,
thing on my face.
Hot. Yeah, it was.
No, I agree.
gross. You still see like occasionally like some people wearing
I
masks
cannot
out.
stand people who like
Mm.
wear masks in their cars.
Oh my gosh, like they're just driving and
yes,
they just
I'm
wear
like,
it.
dude,
I'm like,
you're
what
in
are
there
you doing?
alone. Like literally in there alone. Like why are you wearing a
No.
mask?
Let's see, what other COVID stories does anybody have? Like, did it infect anybody like really hard? Like,
Well, like we couldn't go and see my grandparents. Like they
Right.
live in Gerald. My grandma, she is old. She's 95 now. And my grandpa, he turns 80 next year, but like we used to go over there so
Mhm.
much. Like literally
Yeah.
like weekly. And like I feel like I live kind of far away and Gerald's
Mhm.
kind of far away from my house. So
It's
like
very far.
going there weekly is like kind of like a lot, you know.
yeah, I
And-
remember like we didn't go see our
and
grandparents.
I just
either.
remember like, and that affects our relationship. I feel like to this
Mhm.
day because they're still so weird about it because they don't want to get sick, which like is
Yes.
understandable. But it
Uh-huh.
definitely I feel like ruined our relationship with.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
But it's just like it's crazy, honestly.
Mhm.
I remember our grandma. We would like ride our bikes, but like we couldn't like go like close
Yeah.
to her.
Mhm.
We'd like sit under cardboard and eat like Domino's or something.
I do remember like when it first came out, like ordering Domino's, sitting on our grandma's carport, but like we're sitting out and she's
Yeah.
like sitting on the carport.
See, like
kinda thing.
that's the thing. Like I did that with my grandparents a few times too. Like
Mhm.
they have a carport too, and like they would sit on the porch,
Mhm.
and then we would like stay in the driveway
Yeah.
almost.
I remember like there was some people my mom knew in the nursing home, and like you would go to the nursing home and they would be inside and
Uh-huh.
you'd be on the outside and you'd like call them and talk that way. Like for people that had like say parents in the nursing
Yeah.
home, like during that time, I'm sure that made that exceptionally hard.
And like
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think my grandma was in the nursing home at that time too. And like I think I remember us like talking to her through the window.
yeah.
Like I think I legitimately remember
Mhm.
that. But like also if you wanted to visit with them, like they had to come outside. Like they
Right.
wheeled them outside. It was weird.
Nobody
Yeah.
could go in.
Yeah, it's super
Do we
weird.
think COVID will ever come back like strong again?
I feel like
What was the?
I
thing
feel like
that-
there will be a new virus
the
that will
Nona
virus.
virus or something?
Yeah, that Nona
Or
virus.
do any
what
of
even
you
was
have that? Any of you?
I don't
know,
even
I
know
heard-
what it
I
is.
don't even know what that is.
But, like, there's also like a bird virus. Have you guys heard
What?
of that? Yeah, it's like a bird virus. It's like transferred through birds. I
Wow.
don't know. It's like I don't know. I
Huh.
heard about it. I heard it's like in Tennessee.
Oh.
Oh.
I definitely have heard like a virus is like COVID. But
yeah, same. I just feel like after COVID, everyone just
mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of life.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was a time to look back on though. Like
Yeah, for sure. Definitely like something that is not normal.
I liked it. Like I liked being at home.
Yeah.
I remember like sitting outside.
We
doing
were
like
outside all the
schoolwork.
time.
Getting stuck in the house
I know.
sucked.
But like
It did.
now, if we were quarantined, like I
It'd
feel
be
like
different.
it'd
We
be
could
different.
drive. Like
Yeah.
we would not stay apart. Like there's
Yeah.
no way.
No.
No.
We would still be together.
Yeah.
But like
I
we were
just-
outside like every day.
Mhm.
I just feel like we felt like it was, and don't get me wrong, like it was like a super duper big deal. Like
Mhm.
people were dying, like super sad, but like I feel like it was just so blown out of proportion, kind of.
I agree.
Yeah.
Remember like all the arts and crafts that we did because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I think like the whole school like scared so many kids, just like
Yeah.
the way they went about it all, and like the toilet paper shortage, like there
That
people were going
That's the funniest
crazy.
People still do that whenever there's like snow. Like
Yes.
they'll just
Yeah,
go
like
buy
the
everything.
eggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
They get it's like milk, bread, and eggs. Like what are you making with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that.
Yeah. I don't know.
You had toilet paper. Yeah, I do remember the toilet paper shortage.
That was so weird. And
That was a
random.
joke. I remember seeing on Facebook people were like making like reusable toilet paper. I'm like, that's not.
Gross.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that's nasty.
And you like wash it in the wash machine. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's not-
absolutely not.
So like, what do they use with all this toilet paper? Because like,
Yeah,
I
I
used
guess
the-
they were just.
I use the
stocking
restroom
up.
like one time a day. I swear.
I guess
I
they were
remember
just.
our mom wanted to get a bidet.
Yeah, she did. Does anybody have a bidet?
No, but
Our mom still wants a bidet.
Has
but I don't
anybody
think I'd like
used
it.
one?
I've
No.
used one once.
Really?
It was actually kind of cool.
Did like a friend have one or?
So Drew has one out in the shop.
Oh,
His
wow.
dad got one, and it's interesting.
I've seen them, but I'm too scared
Yeah,
to
I
use
feel
them.
like that'd be weird.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Huh?
don't know.
Jenna, what time are we at?
12 minutes and 15 seconds.
Well, does anybody else have any like stories to add along with COVID-19?
No.
Like overall, like
I remember like the TikToks.
TikTok was so much fun.
the
back then.
TikTok,
Yeah.
like
Everybody was so bored.
That
There
was
was always
core.
something new.
Yeah.
yes, like the TikTok dance.
Charlie D'Amelio,
Yes.
like, her and Addison, right? Like the Hype House, I literally lived off that. And like
Yeah.
whenever TikTok was getting shut down, like I
Mhm.
literally
It was so
it was
sad.
s- yeah, it was so sad. But
So
like
sad.
I loved how they were all posting their drafts because it was like
I
bringing
know, it
back-
felt like old again.
now
What were
Addison
some of
Rae's
the-
weird. Like
yeah. What were some of the TikTok dances?
the Renegade.
Let-
That's
Wait,
like
how do you do it? Like ready?
Was that the one?
yeah.
Wait, renegade.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it was like I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Do you remember that?
No.
It's
Oh,
like,
wait.
it's like-
I miss my cocoa butter
I just hope
kisses.
you smile
when you listen. Ain't no competition, just a Yeah, you
We're definitely gonna get
yeah.
flamed for doing
What
that.
other TikTok dances were there?
Gosh,
There's so many.
There were so
A
many.
lot of them
There was
aren't
like,
appropriate.
what all do you want from me?
Oh, that was like 2019. Though.
Yeah, but still, that,
Like,
I feel like that was.
period.
I feel like
COVID,
it came
wasn't
in-
it?
Carol Baskin was that?
Carol
Oh,
Baskin.
but that was the Renegade.
Yeah, but like there was some
Yeah.
with her. Wow.
There were so many like ones. I
Mhm.
feel like I don't know. I love when they come up on my For You page.
Yeah, like brings
Mhm.
back memories.
yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Hype House
Well,
bathroom.
if anybody has anything else to add before we close it off.
No.
No.
Well, that concludes episode 7, 8. I don't really
I
know.
think it's 6.
Oh gosh, I don't know. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.